Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all having a good day. We'll get into the topic for this video. So I just saw a story not so long ago, earlier today on Yahoo News that the town of Kinley, North Carolina, their entire police department is quitting over they protesting the hiring of a town manager. They just hired a town manager, I believe it was in June, and the entire police department is quitting, including the chief. So this is an article from Yahoo News. It says less than a week after the entire police department in Kinley, North Carolina, announced its resignation, citing a toxic and hostile work environment, elected officials from the town of about 2,000 residents have gone silent on a plan for law enforcement moving forward. The July 20th mass resignation of the department's police chief, four full time officers, and two town clerks, who are all white, hmm, came less than 2 months after the town hired a new town manager who was black, hmm, leaving many critics to question whether race was at the core of the department's sudden collapse. Justine Jones, who's the newly hired town manager of Kinley, North Carolina, who has worked for 16 years in local governments in Minnesota, Virginia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, was elected to be town manager after a nationwide search of 30 candidates, according to a town press release. She began the job on June 2nd. Kinley is 36% Black, 20% Hispanic, and 36% non Hispanic white. Police Chief Josh Gibson, in a resignation letter directed toward Jones, said he had been pleased with the progress his department had made in the past 3 years, but the hostile work environment that Jones produced made it impossible for progress to continue. Gibson, a 21-year police veteran, has not expanded on the alleged details, citing legal concerns, but added that he would consider returning if Jones were fired. I'm not going to read any further, but what say y'all? What y'all think about this? I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that this police chief, these four full-time officers and two town clerks are resigning because a black lady was hired. I mean, you resign after a month and a half of her being hired. A month and a half. She took the job on June 2nd. You resign on July 20th. You're not giving her a chance. I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. They're resigning because Kinley, North Carolina, hired a black woman to be the town manager. That's why these fools are resigning. They don't want to. They don't want a N word. I'm not gonna say it on here. They don't want an N word in charge. They don't want an N word telling them what to do, especially a black woman. Oh, heaven forbid. All white police force, a black woman's in charge. Come on, y'all. Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call this what it is. It's racism. That's what this is. It's modern day. They don't want to work for a black woman. That's what it is. They don't want to answer to a black woman. That's all it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's keep it a buck. That's what it is. The lady took the job on June 2nd, and y'all quit on July 20th. A month and a half later. Give the lady a chance. Toxic? Yeah, it's toxic, all right, because it's an N word in charge. That's why it's toxic. Y'all used to the old good old boy network down there in Kinley. Y'all used to that. It's a new town manager in town now. The old ways of doing things come to an end, and y'all don't like that. So now it's toxic. Just my thoughts, just my beliefs. But what do y'all think? How do y'all feel about this? She's new. She's black, a black lady. She's progressive from what I saw from another article. And I'm sure this town is probably conservative. It's in North Carolina. It's in the South. They're not ready for that. They're not ready for that, especially from a black woman. It's crazy. And here's her picture here. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's Justine Jones, the newly hired town manager of Kinley, North Carolina. That's her right there. No, they don't want that. They want the old ways to continue. Them good old boys down there in Kinley. hmm Before I go any further, hit the like button, smash that like button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of when I do videos on here. But yeah, um, seems like to me that they don't want a black woman telling them what to do. No, we can't have this, so we gonna quit. There goes the towns. So much for serve and protect. This just goes to show you that people can't agree to disagree without being disagreeable. People can't see past skin color. They can't see past someone's politics, but mostly their skin color. Because if this was a white woman or a white man that was hired for this position, they wouldn't care. I don't care if they were progressive. I'm gonna take it there. If it was a progressive white man or white woman that was hired as Kinley's town manager, they wouldn't give a damn. They wouldn't give a damn. They would still support them. I believe they would, even if they disagree with their politics. It's because they're white. And one thing with white people, they stay on code. They could disagree all day, but they stay on code for the most part. Black people, not so much. But this isn't about black people not supporting black people. That's part of it. That's a problem too. That's a major problem. But what this is about, it's about a black face in that town. So it's half and half, 30%, 36% black, 36% white, and 20% Hispanic. Okay, okay. But the police force is all white. The police department was all white. The chief was white. The four full-time officers were white, and the two town clerks were white. That's all this is, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. It's because a black woman was hired. She new in town, and they don't want to give her a chance because of her skin color. That's all it is. Even though it's 2022, it may as well be 1922. Ain't nothing changed but the year. People still hold these prejudices against black people. They still have their racist um, ideas, their white privilege. They still feel that way. Even more so now, even more so now than they did in decades past. Because I truly believe if this had been a white man or white woman, they wouldn't have gave a damn about them being progressive. They may have disagreed, but they would have, worked it out. They would have found ways to coexist with each other. That's what they do. White is white, black get back. That's all this is. I mean, it's the old South. It ain't the new South. The old South still has these ideas, had these ideologies. We just got to keep it a buck, y'all. hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, smash that thumbs up button down, and hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of when I do videos on here. We just have to call a spade a spade. This is just, hmm. But more power to Sister Justine Jones. I hope she does a great job, and I hope she, despite all this, is able to shine through this BS. But it's not surprising. I mean, I'm not surprised by this. It's the same old. Some things have never changed. Some things have never changed. We just gotta maintain our love amongst ourselves, stick together, stop these petty ass beefs about red and blue. And I'm not talking about Bloods and Crips. I'm talking about Republican, Democrat. We got to stop it, y'all. Stop it. I said it last week. We have to stop this. Now more than ever, Black people need to stick together and fight white supremacy. We have to stick together now more than ever, y'all. We have to. It behooves us to. Now is not the time for these petty beefs, whether you got jabbed or didn't get jabbed, whether you red or blue, I'm meaning Republican or Democrat. We just have to put our differences aside and just stick together. Other communities do it. Why Black people used to do it. We used to do it, but white supremacy has tricked our minds and caused a wedge between us. The Black man versus the Black woman. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. Whether you Democrat or Republican, whether you got jabbed or didn't get jabbed, stop it. Now it's not the time for these stupid ass beefs. It's not the time for it. Because every other community, they stay on code, whether they disagree or agree. Regardless of their politics, they stay on code. We must do the same thing. It behooves us to. I cannot stress that enough. So I'll be praying for Sister Justine Jones that she gets through this, because this is just foolishness. It's foolishness, but it's not surprising. It's not surprising at all. But on that note, I'm gonna hop off of here. Getting a little hungry. Gonna grab a bite to eat. So y'all take care. Have a blessed rest of your day. Stay safe out here in these streets, and take care. Take care of your family and take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Till next time, God bless. I love you. And like I always say, we don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, y'all. Share this video and drop your comments below and let me know what you think. All right, y'all. Till next time, y'all take care. I love you. God bless. And I'm out. Peace.